Welcome to the editing challenge. We've got 8 amazing contestants, and before you skip ahead, this editing challenge is going to be a bit different than normal. It will be your live recording, including the live reactions of the contestants itself. Let's go over what the 8 contestants can win. Third place gets $200. The second place, $250 plus a free month of Social Creator Club. And then the number one gets $350 plus a Submagic subscription worth $150. And if you hate adding captions to your content, then Submagic is a great solution for you. They are the sponsor of this video, but I also use Submagic myself. There's a link in the description including a discount, and this is also a great efficiency hack. Once I'm done with all my videos, I just import them in Submagic. I instantly add captions to all of the videos, and the style of the captions is also super cool. You can choose from several styles and you can also customize it to create your own style. Again, link is in the description, and now let's jump into it. I'm super excited. The first one is Leonard. Here's how you can beat 99% of all auto editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering the edit on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over-delivering. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. Good first contestant, Leonard. Let's go through it before I rate it. So cool text animation here. This is nice. I really like this. This is also really cool. This is almost a bit like a magician, right? I don't know. I would change the colors out for this this hand. I already know Tom won't like the last font I used. Then why did you use it, Leonard? Again, it's almost like a magician book. I think that's dope. I think this is also cool. This is then feels a bit off. I really like this animation too. I'm not the biggest fan of this scene because yeah, I would just leave this star out. This deadline also. This doesn't have to be deadline. This can be just like a dot, like something minimalistic. You don't always have to show basically what's being said. And then this is also really hard to read, right? Delivery time. But this is also me, right? I would use a minimalistic font for this and not a serif font. But I get the vibe that you're going for. Yeah, I would have added a bit of a glow on this. Make it a bit more magical. Yeah, cool. Really cool. Also, your music ended. I was running out of time. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's always how it is, right? Like you start out really enthusiastic, but then at the end it's just gonna be a bit slower. Leonard, where I'm gonna place you? I think it was great. I don't think it was bad. It's not a D tier. I also don't think it's a S tier, but who knows? I don't know what the other people bring. And that's always, you're super dependent on other people too. I'm gonna put it in B tier for now. And the next one is, I hope that I say this right, Will. I hope he's here to say if I say it right. Mahmoud. Okay, but is it Will? Do I say it right like that? Okay, no response. I'm gonna keep calling you Will. You can say it too. That doesn't sound really convincing that I say it right. You can call me Will. I don't know. I'm butchering everyone's name. Not everyone has a boring name like me. Let's play it. Here's how you can beat 99% of all auto editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering the edit on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. Oh, I really like this. I really like this. I love this. Dude cooked. Yeah, he did. You really did. I want to go through it again. I love the style. I think it's so dope. Like the same style, the same colors. Not just the text, but also the background colors. No weird fonts. Oh, I love it. I also like the 3D elements that you included. That's so dope. Really, really nice. Sound effects on point. The clicks. I really like this too, with the best brands and then having some cool brands. Some Wolf of Wall Street. Super cool. This makes me happy. Yeah, and you really cooked. And it's nice to see because I haven't seen your name yet. Yes, I'm a designer too. That's why. Well, you can really see that. So that's super cool, man. I love that. Like as an editor or animator, motion graphics, whatever you call it, you almost need to be, or you need to be a designer nowadays. So yeah, you did really well. I would even say for now, again, we're not sure what we're gonna get, but I would call this an S tier. Like yeah. We can already stop the video now. No, but for real, like, I think this is so cool. People are agreeing, so that's nice. S tier, no doubt. That's cool. Yeah, I'd say S tier too. Okay, that's cool. It's also nice to hear it from other people, right? Like some confirmation. Because I like, there's always that person in the comments of like, hey, Tom, I don't agree with your ranking at all. Or that shouldn't be an S tier. And then I'm watching it and I'm like, maybe I should have changed it around. And then I doubt myself. my judgment. E tier at most. Stop it. I see a name that we all are quite familiar with. A winner of, I think, 2 editing challenges already. And that is Jansen's. Here's... Oh, I got you. I got you. No, sorry. I wasn't ready yet. 3, 2, 1. Here's how you can beat 99% of all other editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering the edit on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over-delivering. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. Delicious. Oh, but for real, like, oh, this is gonna be so hard already. Because, like, this is also super great. It's amazing. But yeah, Jansen knows how to play me. Like, he has a certain style, right? I mean, I can say it now because Jansen's, we're also working together on the VSL. But yeah, the sound effects are always great. And, like, yeah, his style is just really amazing. And to be honest, I didn't expect it either, because I was thinking Jansen's, like, I've seen your long form stuff, and then I was like, maybe you're not great with the short form, but that's not the case. It's definitely, it's amazing. Ooh. Oi, 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 oi. First time editing short form. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't expect that. I thought, like, you just know how to do long form and short form. We're cooked. Yeah, it looks beautiful, Jansen's. I agree. I agree with Alexandra. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have it so difficult because, like, now I'm already contemplating, like, oh, should I switch Will around? And it's refreshing to see Will's style, and I hope I say your name right. I would say Jansen's is now an A tier. And that is also because, again, Will's style is refreshing. Again, maybe I'm going to switch them around later on. Vail. Okay, sorry, man. Not Will. I'm calling you a Will. You can call me Dolphin. Next one is Martin. Here's how you can beat 99% of all other editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering the edit on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over-delivering. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. Oh, super clean too. I'm gonna say oh all the time. But for real, Martin also did really well. I really like this style too. It's a bit more minimalistic. It's a bit more, I would say, like YouTube Shorts ad style. I also love the this text. The only thing I would maybe say to improve is this. I love the animation, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the illustration. And that's just because, I don't know, this illustration somehow doesn't fit the style that you created before. But other than that, I really, really like it. And this is super cool too. Really nice. I like the fonts too. And then again, this illustration also. I love this loop icon so much. I would maybe do something with that. Like have a really clean, in the same style clock, and then have a really nice loop, and then have a really nice over-delivering things with like boxes. Pierre loves this one. What would you rate this? I think Pierre didn't submit one this time. No, can ask Pierre for advice. A previous winner. That's a tie between S and A tier. Okay, so it's an X tier. Let's add an X tier. No, I'm joking. Okay. Yeah, but again, we need to compare it, and that's always a difficult thing. You're comparing it to others, and like I've said this before, someone was also asking me like, "Hey, just wanted to know what I can improve to win next time." And then sometimes it's not even the feedback. Sometimes it's not even the animation. It's just that you're competing with other people. And if there's other submissions that are just a bit crazier or a bit different, it can also just be luck, you know, in that sense almost. I love the animation. Sound effects a bit too loud in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, again, if I'm going to compare it to Vail and Jansen's, and I hope I said it right now, I'm going to put it on a B tier. Leonard was also good, but then comparing these two, then I would put Leonard on C. Alexandra, exactly. Sometimes you just miss the vibe and it's not about the editing itself. No, exactly. So it can just be that I think like, oh, this fits the vibe, or it's cool, or yeah, I don't know, a different reaction. Next one is, and I hope I say this right. You should have a shirt with this. I hope I say your name right. Ledio is the next one. Ledio. It's good that you guys are in the chat so I can ask it. Ledio, like gladiator. Here is Ledio. Here's how you can beat 99% of all other editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering the edit on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over-delivering. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. I love the intro, like by Maximize style to the max, but hey, it's super cool. I really like that. I like the details, the SEC. Would have maybe thrown a more like a TV filter over me, because now you can really see that this is separate footage. But again, I like what you did here. But I love this intro, super cool. This is also really cool. I like this, dope. Then this was a bit weird because I feel like this scene didn't fit the style of the rest. But that being said, this is quite dope. And then this next scene is beautiful. So that's why I'm saying, like, I would have loved it if you kept this style. Why not have the table with things like on the table, and it doesn't have to be a whole Blender scene, right? But it can even be the same messaging type of thing, but like with that whole like vintage style that you created here, with these pictures on the wall. I think that's super dope. That's just my opinion, of course. All right, Ledio. Now I said your name right, hopefully. We just saw Martin, of course. Is it better than Martin? That's the question. I would normally put this also on C tier, but I need to see Leonard again to know if we need to put Leonard on D tier maybe, or we need to switch this around. But for now, I'm happy with this. Ledio, thanks a lot for the feedback. No problem. Like, I also want to say, because I'm not here to just drive people into the ground and like say like, okay, this is shit and this one is way more shit than the others. I'm here to give feedback. I'm here to still help out, you know. And like, again, of course, not everyone can win, but at least I hope to also bring a bit of value and like help you a bit further. Cool. Next one, MJ. Here's how you can beat 99% of all auto editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering the edit on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over-delivering. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. Oh, I really like this too. And this is a good comparison because like the style is quite congruent. It's like the same throughout, the same type of scene, same background also. I also like that you use the same transitions, cool transitions too. The boom sound effect was a bit dramatic, but super cool. A lot of text animation. The recycle icons, or is it like a loop icon, I guess? This makes me think of recycling, but this is like a loop icon too. But I do really like it. I like the 3D style. It's a nice style. I really like it. Oh, it's gonna be so difficult. Like the further you go at the end, the more difficult it's gonna be. I already know, because like, is this then a A or B tier? Are you gonna change Martin around? Alexander, it's actually a recycle icon, a bit confusing. Okay, I'm glad I'm the only one. Pierre, every challenge is the level is higher than the previous one. Pierre, I completely agree. That's just like it's nice to see. Leonard, yeah, it's pretty cool to seeing the skills improving. Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's so dope. I love seeing that. Cool. What do you guys think? Where should I place MJ? I see B or A and B. I can't place two people on B. So for example, I would have to trade it with Martin. Yeah, MJ, I'm gonna put you on B, and then Martin for now C. Then comparing these, I have to move people also down. Next one, and that is Valera. Here's how you can beat 99% of all auto editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering the edit on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over-delivering. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. That's so smart. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. So cool. So cool, that ending too. I think it started out a bit rough. I think the animations are cool, these illustrations, and I know they're in the assets, but I've seen that too much. And that's also probably because of me, because I'm seeing so much editing work from everyone. It's even in the VSL. Jansen's, I'm looking at you. I do like that you still customize it a bit. But again, that can also just be me. Leonard, that was so cool. Didn't like how it started. DA Edit made this one. Yeah, of course, there's some edit. I mean, DA Edit also used this illustration, right? Let's continue. So this is super cool. You did it well also. Like, it's not like you did it wrong or something. I think this animation is super cool. Glass shatter. Then this felt a bit random. I think this is the best part of the video, because I think this is super like creative. I really like it. Maybe like some misplacement here, communication is almost outside of the frame, but like that it continues to drag you in, and this also keeps you on your toes, because like I'm interested what is gonna come. So this is great for engagement. I think it's such a cool effect. So I like the style of this. It's a bit different, which I like. I liked how you just did it white and then color matches with that bar. This is the most awesome, is that you then change this into a Tetris, which I thought was really cool. Same for me. I saw this so much, but I feel like he was improving during the making the video. Yeah, that's a good point. Like animation skills, I would give this a B, but then we're gonna look at style or something, and MJ has definitely like a more like style that's the same throughout the video. Difficult. Oh, help me. I wanted to make a decision. I was on the edge, but then I was crawling back. I would say C. And the next one is Alexandra. Here's how you can beat 99% of all auto editors, and it's not what you think. People think it's a matter of skill set, word of mouth, or having worked with amazing brands. While it's actually a matter of proper communication, being on time, delivering it on time or even before the deadline, keeping clients in the loop even though the project isn't done yet, and under-promising and over-delivering. So it's not just being fancy or out of this world with your editing skills. It's doing the basics every time what makes you stand out. Alexandra, oh, you're so good at like branding and style. I love it. I love the vibe. I love this animation. It's amazing. I think this is so cool. This is dope too. A bit rough, maybe. I would have maybe faded them into each other. This is super dope too with the Apple icon. I really like that. Yeah, these scenes are amazing. I love the design. The style is crazy, Alexandra, but I feel you didn't have much time. No, yeah, exactly. I would put it on C tier. But of course, again, I need to compare people, and I can't put everyone in C tier. And also, I'm not sure if I still want to switch people around. This is like a TV show, right? Where you can do a phone call, you can double the price or something, or you can, anyway, buy more time. What I wanted to say is, do you guys agree with the ranking, how it is? Or what would you switch around? I would buy more time for sure. That's a good one. Come on, everyone. I need help. I'm calling with you. Pierre agrees with the current ranking. Yeah, let's just keep it like this. I'm really happy with the ranking too, now that I look at it. If you also want to join the editing challenge, then do join the Social Creator Club Pro. Link is in the description, and you get access to deep dives on all the popular styles. You get access to potential clients, learn how to get clients yourself, and you get to attend the live calls where you can ask anything you want. Again, link is in the description. Then I want to thank the participants. Link is in the description of all of them. Then, like always, thanks for all the support of you guys. I really can't thank you enough. I'm so grateful that I can do things like this. Don't forget to subscribe, and then I'll see you next time. Bye.